You ready to fuck things up in virtual reality?
Safer than being shot at.
You can survive a gunshot, but if your mind takes too much shock in this chair, you'll go brain dead.
Great plan, Kinsey.
I know. You ready?
Let's do it.
Hey guys, it's Bananaowns here bringing you the final mission of the Decker storyline in Saints Row the Third. So we're in the Decker virtual world and we're going to take out these mother effers, and right now we're playing as a toilet. So this is a very silly level, very cheeky about internet subculture and stuff like that. Pretty funny. You see I'm playing as a blow-up doll right now. So here we go. I was starting to talk about it a little bit in the last video about season passes and a lot of the negative reaction to season passes. Now, I'm going to start off by saying something. I have an issue with season passes. My issue with a season pass is that you pay for the DLC up front for some savings, but you don't know how good the DLC is going to be. At least that used to be my issue with season passes. Now I find it more beneficial to, if you want the DLC for the game, just wait and purchase a season pass after the first few DLCs have been released, and whenever it's available in that season pass. And especially for games with single-player DLC, that's pretty much what you should be doing, because most of the time they don't offer a season pass for a limited amount of time. It's available during the whole run of DLC because they want your money. So wait until you see reviews for DLC before you start bitching about them. See, now, the internet really hates a lot of season pass things, and it's like all things on the internet, it's a very vocal minority of people that voice their displeasure. So, and they're the ones that allow us on the internet, but these people think that, oh look, we're right, that's what they think. They think they're the ones that are right, but no, you're not right. If season passes weren't profitable, then they wouldn't do them. Obviously, they've been selling pretty well, considering that they are, still going along. And in cases for like multiplayer games and such like that, you can't really wait till a map pack review comes out if you want to get season pass. Maybe like the first one, and I can see a little bit of an issue with that. But games with with issues like that, with season pass issues, people complain about it a lot. I hate this argument that says like a season pass should include all the DLC or something like that, or at least a season pass. A Game of the Year edition should include all the DLC that's been released so far, and probably should be the last edition of the game you release. But a season pass definitely does not have to include all the DLC. And I'm gonna say, for the most part, these season passes make it about super obvious, like what's in them. Like, okay, the Halo War Games map pack came with 3 map packs for the price of $25. It's a $5 saving. And basically, they let you save $5. You pay for the DLC up front, or you wait until all 3 of them release before you bulk buy them. And then, but people complain about that because they just released a Champions DLC pack, which is not part of the season pass, and everyone's like saying like, "Oh, this is bullshit. This should be part of the season pass." Well, no, it doesn't. It does not have to be part of the season pass, because they were very upfront and told you every single one of the advertising for the Halo 4 War Games Map Pass said you get this item, you get these 3 items in this thing, you get these 3, nothing more, except for 2 exclusive helmets and an emblem, I believe. And then everyone was getting super upset, like, oh, this is bullshit, DLC's not part of the Season Pass, and it's just like, you already saved $5 on the DLC you have earlier. Now you should save $15. And that's where I really hit my... I get kind of pissed off. Just, you know, just because I really think that people get upset over things that they shouldn't get upset about. And as a result, when there truly is an issue to be upset about, people don't take anyone seriously, like especially in regards to like gamers. I'd say because they get upset over everything, pretty much, that when something is actually wrong, it's just gamers just bitching again right now. And I really think that this is a really big issue of how vocal gamers are sometimes. You know, it's really great when they can like talk to developers, but at the same time, this open connection has really led to what I like to call the bitch fest. Now, more on that after this cutscene coming up right about now.
Easy to laugh when you're hiding like a pussy. Come on out!
Glad.
What the fuck?
Don't you get it? I'm God here.
That's just fine. In the real world, you're just a bitch with a keyboard.
And that last cutscene was very relevant to this whole discussion I've been having right now. In the real world, you're just a bitch with a keyboard, and in the real world, I'm just a bitch with a microphone. But a lot of people see it as their personal duty to especially tell you what was wrong, like what's wrong with your opinion, if you like something that they don't like. And let's say, for example, I dislike the Mass Effect 3 ending. I thought it was a bad way to end off a franchise, but I didn't devolve into the hate mob against BioWare. Absolutely ridiculous. People get like death threats. Or was that Call of Duty Black Ops 2 developer where they were changing like weapon reload times by like a fraction of a second or something like that, and he was getting death threats, and it's like shit like that makes it so like other people, like myself included, I can't take other gamers seriously, especially since some may have like legitimate concerns. And that a few videos back I talked about constructive criticism and how that's completely fine, but most people don't engage in constructive criticism. They engage in destructive criticism, which is just blind hate. They don't give you a reason, they just say it sucks. And especially in regards to stuff like reviews, or if a game didn't score as high, or if people don't like a change in a game, or people don't like that a game is too similar. When you start talking about this, you realize just how entitled gamers are. They completely, we bitch about the Call, I'm lumping myself into this. We bitch about Call of Duty every year, and how it's like the same game every year. There's no big changes at all. And then we get into a game like Halo 4, where everyone's bitching now because they made some changes. Now, and they're saying how the multiplayer became codified. Now, the stuff with like loadouts and stuff, okay, kind of, but the way it plays, it still plays like Halo, but everyone bitches because they didn't make a carbon copy of Halo 2. And it's stuff like that that makes me wonder, like, what do game developers, like, what do they do? Like, really, what do they do? No matter what they do, you're going to get hate. Now, especially Bioshock Infinite starting to get the backlash hate train because it was such a huge, hugely popular game, and now once the hype dies down a little bit, now's when the criticism starts coming out. And well, some of them's pretty good, other times it's not very good. It's people saying like, "Oh, fucking it sucked." Now, I've been reading a lot of things that people said that the combat in the game was absolutely terrible, but I don't know what the fuck game they're playing. I thought it was fun. It wasn't absolutely like the best shooter gameplay ever, but it was good enough that I really enjoyed it, and I thought the skyhooks were fun. So that's what I'm talking about. So now everyone's on a tirade, especially what it seems to happen is once the next amazing game comes out, the one that was the bar before it gets thrust aside, gets just freaking just dropped. And it's really weird that way, especially how like fast opinions change in gaming and the gaming community, and how fast you can go from beloved to hated, and especially since a lot of times I don't think it's really deserved so. Like, the developers don't really deserve that.
Bye, Matt. Ugh.
I can clear your name. Prove that you didn't destroy that bridge.
I'm sure Kinsey can figure it out.
I literally have the world at my fingertips.
It's a little vague, Matt. Gotta do better.
You tell me the name of a company, and it becomes the property of the Saints. You get your empire back, and I get to walk away.
Kid? Now we're talking. Okay, what's with the doors?
They're back doors into company records. One door leads to a weapons manufacturer, giving you discounts on weapon upgrades.
Would reconsider, Maddie. These hands of mine were meant to rend bone, not hunt and peck on a keyboard.
Well, if typing's the issue, I can recommend some good voice recognition software. I know the best...
Shh. You stuck with me when I rose from Philippe's ashes like a phoenix. You and me, we've bonded.
That's lovely, but I feel it's time for me to move on. To be honest, I'm a little scared of, well, dying.
I do run a demanding workplace. Maddie, I appreciate how you shared your concerns. I mean, the way Viola and Kiki handled their departures made me just want to kill someone, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I've got a flight to catch, so...
Maddie.
Oh, God.
Feel free to list me as a reference anytime.